Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I try to combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I have to for health reasons, but you will see variations to that and I'll explain as we go. So, welcome back. I took last week off for it being a short week because of Easter, and I'm really glad that I did because my whole family ended up getting sick. And it was just a cold, but it was the way that it hit. It hit one kid on Monday, the next kid on Tuesday, the next kid on Wednesday, the next kid on Thursday, the next kid on Friday. So it never did really like fully hit me. But by the end of the week, I was exhausted from lack of sleep because of kids being up and needing help in the middle of the night and coughing and sneezing and just all of that. And so it ended up kind of working out. We weren't even sure if we were going to make it down for Easter. We were supposed to go down Saturday to visit family and stay the night, and we didn't. We waited and went down Sunday afternoon for lunch, and then we just kind of stayed just for the afternoon into the evening and then came home. So that, fiasco kind of, I'm still tired. So today I kind of wanted an easy meal. This is also going to be kind of a wing it week, meaning I do not have a set meal plan. I went through the freezers and pulled out a little bit of this and a little bit of that and kind of have some meals in mind. But it has been about 3 weeks since we did, full 3 weeks since we did a full grocery haul, and then a solid week since I had my husband pick up some fresh veggies and stuff. So we're kind of coming to the end of that, but I still have enough stuff to make it work. So keeping that in mind as we go into this. So tonight is Monday night. I opened up 2 cans of this pork in with juices that we get from the food pantry, and I drained one of them completely and the other one almost completely, just so I had a little bit of liquid so it didn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And I just heated that up, and then when it was done, I drained off the liquid and add some barbecue sauce to it. Super simple. If you're looking for some use for that pork in a can, that works beautifully for that because it tastes, I don't really taste a difference on like cooking it from fresh. It breaks up a little bit more, so it's really good for like sloppy Joe type sandwich. But yeah, the barbecue sauce covers up any meh flavor that might be there from it being canned. With that, we have a pot of steamed broccoli, and then when it was done, I drained it and put some butter and garlic paste in the bottom and just sauteed that just a little bit to kind of bloom the garlic, and then threw it back in. I do need to salt that still. And we did 2 boxes of mac and cheese. My husband and I will just skip out on this, although he will probably cheat and have some because he loves boxed mac and cheese. I do not miss boxed mac and cheese at all. And then I also have some, we call them deviled eggs in the refrigerator to pull out as well because there's never enough of those. Hi, Gimpy. That's Gimpy. She's our old cat. She was here when we moved in. And every year I say, oh, this is probably going to be her last year because she's been around forever. And she just keeps going. So love her. She's my favorite. Anyway, so yeah, quick and simple meal for dinner tonight. So we'll see how the rest of this week pans out. Hopefully it goes smoother than last week because the lack of sleep last week, sleep greatly affects my anxiety level, my slight depression level, my mental capabilities, all of it. And I was an absolute mess by the time my husband got home last week. And a mess. I spent about the first 3 days that he was home, I spent in bed. And the 4th day we went to Easter. So, I was just a tired mess. So I'm glad that is over. I'm glad I'm feeling better. So yeah, pray with me, y'all. All right, that is Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and tonight we actually have an activity presentation thing at our library that some local kids that are in a homeschool group that do speech and debate are going to give their speeches for us in practice for them doing them for their competition. So we are going to that, and it actually starts at our normal dinner time of about 6:30. So we are eating dinner early tonight at about 5:30 so that we can get dressed and head over there. So I wanted something kind of easy and quick to eat, quick to make. So we are having, that's Gracie. We are having our scrambled eggs, sausage patties, and then the kids are having chocolate chip muffins, and I made, there's like 3 dozen of those. I just put those over there to show you. And then I have some mini low carb chocolate muffins in the oven that were like a packaged ones that I picked up at the food bank forever ago and threw in the freezer. And I'm just getting them out. So, yeah, just a quick and easy, definitely not a well-rounded meal. We may, when we get home, depending on how late it is, go ahead and eat something small, like a snack, like some popcorn and cheese or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, that is Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight we are having, this is broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and then some cheese stuffed brats that we got from the food pantry. And I just baked those at like 375 for a solid hour. And I chose 375 because I also did a triple batch of muffins since the oven was going to be on. I try to do that during the warmer months, that if I'm going to have the oven on, I try to do multiple things at once so I'm not wasting the energy and heating up the house for no reason. So I baked those, and like every 20 minutes I would pull it out and stir it, and I just put a little bit of olive oil on them. I didn't put any other seasonings on them because I figured that the brats will probably have plenty of flavor, enough to flavor everything. And then the last 5 minutes, I just threw on a nice handful of shredded cheddar cheese. And then I also pulled out the leftover mac and cheese from Monday and just added some milk to it and rewarmed it. So the kids, I will just make bowls and put this on the bottom with this on top of it. And I did this, I added the mac and cheese just to kind of make this stretch a little bit further. So yeah. All right, that is a simple Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and it got up to almost 80 degrees today, which is absolutely unheard of for our area of the Midwest, but you know. So, me and the kids have spent like the last 3 hours working outside, doing some random jobs. My 2 oldest went down the road a piece to a neighbor's house and helped. She's an older lady. Helped her do some outside work. And then my 3 youngest and I went out to the garden and got like last year's tomato cages taken down, the cucumber fence moved, some like stuff picked up out of the garden, and then we planted some of those little baby red tomato or potatoes that we got from the food pantry a while back had gone to sprout, and so we went ahead and planted a couple rows of those just for the fun of it. So we are all hot and tired, and perfect meal for tonight is big salads. So I have romaine hearts with some shredded carrot. This is that pickle brined chicken breast lunch meat that we got like the whole thing like you would see in a deli being sliced. And so I chunked up some of that and heated it up, and it smells amazing. I've taken a few bites and it tastes amazing as well. Toppings wise, we're a little lacking because it's been a while since we went to the grocery store, but that's okay. We'll make and do. We have raisins, French fried onions, croutons, sliced almonds. These are the guacamole that was in like the little guacamole and chip cups that we got from the mobile food pantry, and I'm about the only one that likes guacamole to just eat, so I went ahead and pulled them apart, and the kids ate the chips as chips. And then we have this. Normally I like avocado on our salad, but we just don't have any right now, so we're making do. I pulled out one of these marinated asparagus that I really like. I will put that on mine, and then some cheddar cheese. So really simple, nice quick throw it together meal. So that is a Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's store-bought. It's pretty much never takeout. Like, I know it's been over a year because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered. And by the time that we would order it, drive in, pick it up, and drive back, I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas or even from scratch pizzas for a lot less. So it just doesn't make any sense for us. I know it's a nice convenience. Sometimes I miss the ability to order out food and not have to cook, especially when I have been really, really not well. But, you know, I also like living out in the country away from everyone else. Ha! So tonight we have the pizza crusts from the food pantry the other day. These are the gluten-free ones, so I'm anxious to see how my kids like them. So I did just one pepperoni and then one cheese. And then with that, the kids are going to have a side salad. For me, my husband is not home tonight, so I really didn't feel like making some kind of low-carb pizza just for me. So I have a zucchini that needed used, just a small one in the refrigerator. So I zoodled it. I put some of the tomato sauce on it. And then I'm going to pull out some meatballs. I had pulled a package of meatballs out of the freezer earlier this week to use this week and then didn't. And so I'm going to warm up some of those. And then I will put like mozzarella cheese and some pepperoni on top and kind of make it like spaghetti and meatballs pizza-esque. I don't know. It sounds good because, you know, melted cheese and meat. How can that go wrong? So yeah, tonight is also the one night a week that we for sure do dessert. Usually like one or two other nights through the week, I will let the kids each have like a couple pieces of candy, especially post-Easter candy, or something along those lines. But, Friday night is the one night that we for sure do some dessert. And I know I've got cookies, we've got Easter candy, I've got the keto ice cream. Yeah, there's a variety of things that we have. So I will probably, what I a lot of times do is just pull everything out that I have that's dessert and let the kids pick and choose. And then, yeah, you don't have anybody going, I don't like brownies or I don't like chocolate chip cookies or whatever. So for me, I did get that low-carb ice cream, so I'm totally going to have a bowl of it. Just a small bowl, but because my tummy doesn't generally like the fake sweeteners, but a small amount, like a third of a cup, I can handle. So that is a Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I usually make a big meal, kind of traditionally what I grew up with, like Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, going out or going over to my grandparents' house and eating dinner. So tonight we have chicken leg quarters. This is the last of those packages that I bought in the fall. I bought the big 10-pound packages that Aldi carries and split it up, and this is the last one. I'm bummed because this is one of my favorite foods. And I just baked it for a nice long time and then smothered it in barbecue sauce and baked it for another 10-15 minutes. That just kind of caramelizes the barbecue sauce a little bit. With that, I put some onions, just kind of like quartered up some onions, and I poured some of the broth off of the chicken as it was cooking into this and added in just some seasoning and let that cook in the oven as well, so they're nice and tender. And if I let them cook a little bit longer, this would get, I put a little bit too much of the broth in there, it would get almost like a sauce on it, but I'm hungry and ready to eat. We also have some green beans from the freezer. These are the ones that we grew last year and I blanched and froze. And I just steamed those until they were tender and then sauteed them in some oil and added some garlic to it. And they're delicious. Back here, this is the last of the little mini red potatoes that we got from the food pantry, that huge bag that we got. I did end up planting some of them, so we'll see how that goes. But with these, I sprinkled Parmesan cheese in the bottom of the pan and then put them cut side down in the pan and baked them for probably about 45 minutes at 375. And so now they're like crunchy on the bottom. When you pull them up, they pull the Parmesan cheese with them and they look so good. And so in an effort to try to make something like that that's low carb, I did some roasted cauliflower with some of the Parmesan as well. And I've already tasted a piece and it tastes good. Probably not as good as those are going to taste, but all right. So that is, if you are new here, the end of our week of meals. On Sunday, I take the day off. So when we get home from church, I will pull out all of the leftovers that we have from this week, which is part of the reason why I do a big meal on Saturday. And I pull everything out and set it on the counter, and I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And I just make plates and we reheat them. We were reheating them in the toaster oven, but my mom found out that I didn't have a microwave, and she's like, hey, I have one in my basement. You can have it. So now we have a microwave. I'm sure my kids will be happy about that on the reheating of plates. Generally, we don't use it for much of anything else, but, you know, and my husband's happy because he wanted a microwave. So yeah, lunch, we reheat plates of leftovers. Then dinner, I pull out charcuterie board things, crackers, cheese, dried fruits, cured meats, chips, usually some kind of like cookie or desserty type of option, pickles, goat cheese, anything like that I have on hand, which tomorrow is going to be interesting because we haven't been to the grocery store in a while. But just that kind of thing. And then I let the kids once again pick and choose whatever they want from that. And hang on just a second. Sorry, loud kids. So I put all of that stuff out and once again let them pick and choose whatever they want. So it makes for a nice, easy mom day for me, which I need. By the time the week is done, I am ready to have a day of not cooking. I also don't like do laundry or dishes or do any cleaning of any kind. I just take the day off and it's enjoyable. So that is our week of meals. I will try to remember to post any relevant recipes in the show notes, and I'm not sure I had any this week because I generally don't on the Wing It weeks. I usually end up winging it and don't use recipes, but if there are, I'll put them down there. I can't even remember what all we ate this week. But if you have any questions on how I cooked anything, please feel free to ask and I will let you know. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.